I will make. Sorry. Most of you are here because you are passionate about Africa. You know that things must change. You know Africans are not where they should be, neither in the countries we inherited from colonization, nor on the continental level or on the global stage. But every time I travel, there are always one or two Secret Service agents in the room. Because according to them, I'm a threat to the interest of their masters. So let me say habari to them also, wherever they are. Sure. Okay. We've heard enlightening contributions so far. And I would like to thank Paul Ela and the team of the Pan-African Awards for organizing this conference, as well as my co-panelists who were sharing their knowledge with us. But let me now try to add my little brick on the wall of the 21st century Pan-Africanism. We are in a very interesting geopolitical moment. The NATO-Russia war in Ukraine, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, kicking the French army, the French media, and the French diplomats out of their country and creating a new confederation, the AES, the Alliance of the Sahel States, the genocide of Palestinians in the Middle East, and the return of a sheriff to the White House. Donald Trump's return is shaking global politics. He is slapping hefty tariffs on his allies. He is demanding that they foot the bill for the American protection. And he is sidelining Europe to zero in on China and the Indo-Pacific region. His America First agenda is forcing Europe to rethink its strategies. And that could spell opportunity or disaster for Africa. So I want to start with having a look at what I called the Panama Canal playbook. Because for me, it's a very stark lesson for Africa. I'm sure you heard that earlier this month, something happened in America after Trump's return. The Panama Canal, the USA paid $40 million to a French company that had started the project but failed. They paid Panama a mere $10 million upon sealing the deal. And what's interesting in that deal is it was signed between the then Secretary of State of the United States under Theodore Roosevelt, who was John Hay, and a guy called Philippe Bunau-Varilla, a French guy, an engineer. He was not mandated by the Panama people, but he was the one signing the deal for Panama. Sounds like familiar, isn't it? Yeah. So they then spent a decade, so between 1904 and 1914, to carve the canal. And then for the next 85 years, they paid Panama $250,000 annual rent. It's a pittance. So at some times, obviously, Panama's authority were fed up. So they renegotiated under Carter's rule, that was 1977, reclaiming the control and the ownership on December 31st, 1999. Fast forward to 2024. Panama's netted a whooping $3.45 billion from the canal in only 1 year. Can you compare it to the $250,000 that they were getting before? I mean, let that sink in. Trump now says that the US should never have given Panama back its canal. What is his logic? He said, we built it, we own it. And beside that, we don't want China anywhere around, benefiting from our past investments. Now, apply that to Africa. Think about it. Colonial powers named a lot of our countries, of our capital cities, our rivers, our streets, our mountains. They built our railways, ports, roads, bridges to serve their own interest. But with Western economies in trouble right now, Europe could use Trump's logic to justify reclaiming its Africa creation. I've put the quote on creation, arguing that they don't accept being kicked out while China, while Russia, while Turkey, while Iran are benefiting from their past investment. And make no mistake, Donald Trump will approve if we are not acting fast. Another thing happened in February, 5 days after the Panama Canal thing. It was on February 7th. Donald Trump cut the US aid to South Africa. I hate it.